But when we've pushed our voice sometimes when the voice has been a bit sick, not very well, it does get into some patterns sometimes that the larynx muscles don't really much enjoy. So when you're pushing your voice through inflamed vocal cords, sometimes the infection will go away or the virus, but the pattern of using the voice when it wasn't very well is what hangs around. So sometimes it's reestablishing just good voicing practices, just good breathing practices, how to not get the voice coming from the throat. And sometimes a kind of a residual creak can stay behind in a voice, something that sounds a bit like this, even if it's intermittent or all the time, a little kind of faint but constant creak to the voice. And in a way, the voice needs to be rehabilitated, exercised back into fitness in a way, a bit like the body does. When we're not well, we don't do our exercises so much because we feel a bit weak. And sometimes it can be that someone's had a long-term voice issue or infection, so they just haven't voiced for a while, and it needs to be slightly trained back into full action. But sometimes it's just that it gets into this position of falling back, as I call it, into the larynx like this. And this feels actually quite soft and relaxing to the person. It's actually better to use the voice a bit more dynamically than that. It doesn't really work to use it in a very constrained way, at least not for full voicing.